Today I want to show you how to crochet this bucket hat, and I did this in scrap yarn, but you can also do it in a single color. That's totally up to you. I will start from the bottom or the top of the hat up here. Oops, I forgot to weave in this one, but we will start this, and then we will crochet down along the side of the hat, and then finally the shade of the hat. And it's very easy to do. You can do it only by following this tutorial, but if you prefer to follow a written pattern, then I will of course leave a link for that in the description below, so you can follow that instead. But let's begin. I've used a cotton yarn. It's 100% cotton and in a fine way too. And then I will put them double just to make it a little bit more firm and more hat-like. And of course you can use a single thread instead. No, not a single thread, then the pattern won't fit, but in a single color. I've used a formula with a crochet hook and some scissors and a tapestry needle. And you might also need a stitch marker. First, when we have our scrap yarn, when you have a little scrap piece, then you will tie them together with a magic knot if you do like I do. So you will just put them on top of each other and then take the short end and tie with the other one. And then the other short end you will tie on the other color, like so. Remember to pull real hard. And then pull them together, and then the magic happens, the magic knot. Then you will cut the excess thread. So this is the only trash you will have, these small little things, and this one won't get up. And then you can roll them on your ball and add more when you have more scraps. And then when you have 150 grams in your ball, then you can crochet a bucket hat. So now we want to begin crocheting. So you of course take your thread and then your formula with a hook, and then we will make a magic ring. So tie the yarn around your finger 3 times, push the hook underneath and secure the yarn. If you don't know how to make a magic knot or magic ring, then I have another tutorial on how to do this, where I show it very slowly. But now you will do 8 single crochet into the ring. That's 2, 3, 4, 8. And the last one, 8. Then we will tie them together. So you pull slightly, so you see which one moves, and then you pull them together in the short thread, like so. And then in the first single crochet you did, you will now do a slip stitch. We will be working down around in spirals, so we won't be finishing and starting a new round each time. We will just do a slip stitch over here, and then we will begin crocheting around in spirals. In the first stitch we will do an increase, so we will work 2 single crochet in the same stitch. So in this first stitch over here we will work 2 single crochet in the same stitch. That's 1. Then insert the hook in the same stitch again and work another single crochet. And I always use a stitch marker. I think you don't have to think when you put this one in. You can just crochet, and I like when I don't have to think. So you will put this in the first stitch of the round. So you know from now on the stitch marker is always in the first stitch of the round. So you will now continue until you are at the very last stitch before the stitch marker. And you will work 2 single crochet in each stitch all the way around. So an increase in every stitch. So you'll go from 8 single crochet to 16 single crochet on this round. Sometimes the knots are a little bit annoying, but we have to live with them. It's a part of a charm with this scrap yarn hat. And then when we make it all the way around, we don't have to finish the round or anything. We will just be working around in spirals. So now we are at the very last stitch, and this one is the first one of your next round. So you'll now take out the stitch marker, and then in the first stitch you will work an increase. So 2 stitches in the same stitch. 2 single crochet in the first stitch. And then remember to insert the stitch marker again in the first of the 2 stitches you just did. This one. And now you will work 1 single crochet in the next stitch. So you begin with an increase, and then in the next stitch just work 1 single crochet. Then in the next one you'll work an increase. So 2 single crochet in the same stitch. Then 1 single crochet in the next. And then 2 single crochet in the next. So for this round you will shift between 1 single crochet and 2 single crochet, and 1 single crochet and 2 single crochet all the way around. So 1 increase, 1 regular single crochet. And then you are at the stitch marker again. Then you will now remove the stitch marker so you can begin the next round. You will again begin with an increase in the first stitch. So in this stitch you'll work 2 single crochet in the same stitch. And then of course remember the stitch marker so you don't have to think when to stop. You don't have to count anything. And then you will work 2 stitches with 1 single crochet in each stitch. So 1 single crochet in the next stitch and 1 single crochet in the next. And then you increase. So 2 single crochet in the next stitch. So for this round you will work 1 increase, then 2 single crochet, then 1 increase, then 2 single crochet. And you will just repeat this all the way around. And then for the next round, you will work an increase, then 3 single crochet. And the next round will be 1 increase, then 4 single crochet. And you just keep increasing for each round. You're increasing the number of stitches between the increases until you are at 1 increase, then 9 single crochet. When you're done with the round where you do an increase and then 9 single crochet, you'll stop. And then I will show you how to move on from that. So now you'll just keep working your way in rounds until you are at the increase with 9 single crochet in between. When you are at that, you have a lot of rounds, and you will now work 1 round with no increases. So you just remove the stitch marker and then work 1 single crochet in each stitch. Just insert this one again. And work 1 single crochet in each stitch. So no increases for this round. And then the next round. We will begin with an increase. So 2 single crochet in the same stitch. And remember the stitch marker. And then work 10 single crochet. And then you work 1 increase after the 10 single crochets, so 2 single crochet in the same stitch. And this you will repeat all the way around. Just 10 single crochet, then an increase, then 10 single crochet, then an increase. And then after this round, you will now work 3 rounds with no increases. So 1 single crochet in each stitch for the next 3 rounds. No increases at all. Just work 3 rounds with single crochet in each stitch. And then we will do the edge on top. You can see this begins to bend a little bit like a little ball. This is the curve on our head, on the top of the head. Now we will do the edge on top. And I just zoomed in to show you because now we want to work in a special place. You know the stitch? This is the regular stitch. If you bend it forward just slightly, you can see these loops behind the stitch. I will now push this in so you can see what I'm talking about. This little loop behind the stitch. This is the loop we will be working in this round. So just behind the regular stitch, there is this loop. We will now work 1 round where we crochet into this loop instead of the regular stitch. So find the loop behind the stitch, and it might be quite difficult sometimes. It depends how tough you crochet. But just work 1 single crochet in each of the loops behind the stitches. So bend it forward. Find the little loop and do 1 single crochet. So now you see this little edge because the stitches gets pushed out and then make this very nice edge on top. And then it will begin to curve a lot. So it will go down, straight down on the side of our head. But yeah, 1 single crochet in each of the loops behind the stitches. And then you see this very beautiful edge on top, and it will be very clear when you're done with the hat. I think it's easier to see in real life instead of on the camera. So now for the next round, you'll work in the regular stitches again. So you will go up and catch the stitch up here, and then do 1 single crochet in each stitch. So just in the regular stitches, work 1 single crochet in each stitch, and you will do this for 13 rounds. So 13 rounds where you just do 1 single crochet in each stitch. No increases, no nothing, just single crochet for 13 rounds. So now you can watch a good movie. You don't have to think at all. And then you will work down the sides of the hat with this one. So just around and round in circles. 1 stitch in each stitch. And then you have the side of the hat. Now we will begin the shade, and we will again work a little bit different than the other stitches. We will be working in the front loop from now on. So you see the entire stitch right here. It has 2 loops, and the front loop is the loop closest to you. So this is the front loop of the stitch. You will now be working into this front loop. So still a regular single crochet, but now only in the front loop of the stitch. So go down, catch it from underneath, and work 1 single crochet. Then the next stitch only in the front loop, and then a single crochet. And keep doing this all the way around. So just 1 round where you work 1 single crochet in each of the front loops. When you're all the way around, you will now work around where you do increases. So you will start the first stitch with an increase in this round. So in this stitch, you will work 2 single crochet in the same stitch. So increase in the first stitch. Remember the stitch marker, because now we want to do a little bit of increases again. So an increase in the first stitch, then you work 8 single crochet, and then you work an increase, and then 8 single crochet, then an increase. Just keep doing this all the way around, and then we will work the shade a little bit wider. Then after that round where you've worked 8 single crochet, then an increase, you will now work 2 rounds with just 1 single crochet in each stitch. So now work 1 single crochet in each stitch for 2 rounds. Remember the stitch marker? Alright, so 2 rounds with just 1 single crochet in each stitch. And then the round after that, you will work an increases, 1 increase, then 9 single crochet, an increase, then 9 single crochet, and 2 rounds after that with no increases. Then the round after that, an increase, and then 10 single crochet, then an increase, then 10 single crochet, and then finally you work 3 rounds with no increases. So just 3 rounds with a single crochet in each stitch. You might need to write this down, or you can just find the written pattern, but that's how you do. I didn't want to show you the whole thing because it's pretty simple. You already worked the method on top. You will just write it down. So I will meet you up when we are doing the edge of the shade. So first 2 rounds with no increases, then 9 single crochet between the increases, then 2 rounds of no increases, then 10 single crochet, and then 3 rounds with no increases. After the 3 rounds with no increases, we now see the head or the shade is really curving out, and it's very beautiful and hat-like. And we will now do the final edge of the hat. So we will do 1 slip stitch in each stitch. So just insert the hook, pull through and pull through. This is just the first stitch to get going. So 1 slip stitch, pull through, insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, and you'll do this all the way around. This will make a very nice edge and make it a little bit more sturdy and give it the final finish. And after that you will finish with a slip stitch in the first stitch you did of the round, just to even it out completely. And then you have the final step. That's what I have left. Very satisfying. This one you can weave in on the inside of the hat with your tapestry needle. And then you have your finished hat right here. Very, very beautiful. I really love these colors. You can also think about the colors when you do scraps. So I hope you found this tutorial easy to follow. You're welcome to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Bye!